Before this video begins, I'd like to clarify that the following stories you're about to hear are not only 100% true and told with the permission of their authors, but also they are reactions to a story I have already narrated previously in my channel. I'm talking about the story where OP's dog scared away this edgy, creepy looking guy selling an unlabeled carpet cleaner. You will find the link in the description below. You can also consider this video as an advocation for having pets, dogs or cats, but dogs especially, not only as companions but guards. I, for example, have a super affectionate cat that has been not only an emotional support animal, but also has been a provider of cuddles and petting, and also vermin control, as she has killed 3 mice, multiple lizards, and 1 scorpion. I know, I have a cat, but I advocated for dogs. Sorry. With that being said, let's begin. My cats generally don't approach strangers, but I had some very weird experiences the other night. I was on my phone on my porch, keeping an eye on my cats. They are rescued. One of them literally chased a dude walking with some kind of two-sided cane thingy and a backpack. I had 3 different men from 3 different directions stare at my house, all stopped to stare, from the same small intersection by my house. Each seemed to come and then go off in a completely different direction, so I honestly don't think any of them were related. I got up and I used the cats as an excuse to literally walk right towards all of them, like I was looking for a cat. They all left as soon as I began to walk towards them. I don't play those games, and I'm going to watch where they go as opposed to running inside. There are multiple crossroads and streets by my house. You know, a small suburban roads with sharp blocks, which is why they could go all in different ways. The cane guy had walked by my house when the cat chased him. He kept going and then 5 to 10 minutes later reappeared standing still in that intersection looking. Then he continued right by the front of my house. He may have walked to 7 to 11 and was on his way back. I have no freaking idea. I was on the phone with a friend because I was like, holy shit, can I call you? This is bizarre tonight. I think they were all just really weird coincidences, but nothing like that has ever occurred that I have witnessed. I do have a 7-Eleven close to my house, and my house is a half mile or less from entrances into the neighborhood. More main roads leading into the back areas, but it was weird as hell. They may have all just been doing their own thing and stopped because they saw me or thought my cats were cute or whatever the case, and just stopped to briefly look, not realizing I would catch them looking and standing still. Dark intersection. That was the creepy call and the creepy part. You know, I wasn't scared per se, but I certainly wasn't going to run inside and lock the doors. I preferred to have my car keys in my pocket and stay out there as I was doing anyway, and if something weirder happened, I could get to my car. Luckily, nothing did happen, but it was very, very creepy. I had the 911 non-emergency ready on my phone if I needed to report one for suspicious activity. 911, of course, if emergency. None of them came back, other than the cane guy who did stop in the intersection to stare on his way back, Who knows? Maybe he was looking at his phone, but I didn't see that, and my car half blocked him. Then he just walked right past me and my house again, and he disappeared up into the neighborhood 2 blocks over. Creepy, creepy night. But F them. I'm not running. They can run or take a hike. Lol. They did. I'm a little late to the post, but I had to say, good girl to Punky. And also, Punky looks identical to my sweet baby Kiko. It's scary. And very, very similar behaviors too. Sweet as can be, and I have never seen her aggressive towards anyone, especially men. I've always been worried about that. Lol. She'll kiss everyone and anyone to death, and I've had a running joke that says there's an old man behind those eyes of hers. I've also never heard her bark. She's a whiner or a crier, aka my tea kettle, until this happened to me. One night, maybe a year and a half ago, I was just laying in my bed watching some show in my laptop. Kiko was laying down somewhere. I want to say that my floor, but I'm failing to remember. Next thing I remember, Kiko's whole body perks up, and I know she sees something outside. There are 3 things to keep in mind. 1, she loves to look out the window, night or day. 2, we live in the heart of a city, so she'll do exactly what I mentioned above all the damn time, so I didn't really think too much of it besides Kiko being Kiko. By the way, for the people wondering, Kiko is Kiko. And the number 3, I had the window open that night, and she does that a lot more when the window is open. Often just sitting at the window or just staring out. But this night, she starts to growl. Then she starts barking this deep guttural bark, which got my attention, of course. Like I said, Kiko never barks. If she's got her sights on something, she'll whine and cry. At the time, honestly, I was just thinking about how cute her bark was and how proud I was. Lol. But then, my roommate came into my room moments later and asked me if I had just heard anything, to which I replied, no, just Kiko barking. Wasn't that so cute? She then tells me that while she was brushing her teeth, she heard someone trying to use the keypad on the back door, but the reject alarm, I don't know what else to call it, kept buzzing, which is when she heard Kiko's barking and she ran into my room. It's important to know that we live on the 2nd floor of a duplex, but my bedroom was right above the back door, and our bathroom was right next to my bedroom. And that keypad was loud as fuck. So, my laptop can also be pretty loud, so I usually couldn't hear someone coming home until they were actually coming up the stairs or the 2nd back door. Thankfully, nothing else happened, but I like to think that Kiko scared whoever was that way. Anyway, rest in peace Punky, and thanks for her for being such a protective and sweet baby. My dear loving the Kiko is the same.